Hi, Rosal. Thank you for joining the show today. Really appreciate you taking the opportunity to drop in. It's going to be a great show, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, the weather has been really great this week. I think things are brightening up. Things are getting warmer. We got daylight savings time now, and just exciting about that for Rosal. If you get an opportunity to get out, visit around towns, visit some of our shops and merchants, and just have a good time. And if you see me, look me up. I'll be out there too. But really, we do have a couple great features for us to today. I really enjoyed working with these and learning more about them, and I'm excited about sharing them with you. First, it's a new business called Pixels. It's sort of an arcade restaurant. Really great place to go. You'll learn more about that. Great owners, got to meet them. You will get to meet them. So very excited about that. The other feature is old Pine Glo building. As some of you know, that's being replaced, and it is a very excited facilities going in there. One thing will be in there would be basketball training. Wake County Basketball Association will have part of that building, along with a company called Puck Masters, which is out of Pittsburgh that teaches and training for playing hockey. There will be a ice hockey ring in there. So that's exciting, and an exciting company coming in. First time in Rolesville. Also a company called Rock Solid Warrior will be here, and they do ninja warrior training, which is pretty exciting. Plus several other businesses in there, including a restaurant. So let's jump into it and talk and see these businesses. Thank you for joining me. So we're here today at a new establishment, Pixels, as you can see, arcade, and pretty excited. I've been here a few times. It's a fun place to come, and it's been one of the hot spots here in town since it's opened. So I'm gonna go in here. I got one game that I like playing a lot, and it's the John Wick pinball machine. So let's go in there and see if there's somebody in there. Let's check it out. Come on. I know when I was a kid, teenager, we didn't have John Wick. It's a new thing that movie and stuff, and it's a pretty fun game. So come on. Here it is. While I was walking over here, I was thinking, I said, now wouldn't it be crazy if the machine wasn't in here anymore? But there it is, John Wick. So let's try it out. I think you have to put these little tokens in. So you may see the little tokens. And I think it takes about 4 of them, I think. So I hadn't played pinball in a long time before a few days ago when this place opened. I came in here a few times and played pinball. I used to do it a lot when I was younger. It was one of the fun things to do. Now back then you didn't have John Wick. What I played on was like James Bond and maybe Star Wars or something like that. But this is a pretty fun little machine. So let's see what happens today. Let's see if I can play this daggone thing. Here we go. Hey Reggie, how you doing? This place is rocking tonight, ain't it?
Yeah, typically on a Friday night, that's when the crowds coming in.
Yeah. So is it usually like this on Friday night?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everyone tends to come out with their families and enjoy it.
So it's a fun place.
Yes.
Everybody comes here to have a good time, don't they?
Everyone's been having a great time. We've been embraced by the community. We haven't heard too many bad things, so.
No, I have not. I have not.
And you've been here 3 weeks now, maybe?
We opened January 25th was our official opening, so just a little over a month.
So it's been over a month.
But every week has been progressively better and better and better. More people hearing about us and coming in, so it's been a good thing.
Well, tell us a little bit about Reggie and how did you end up in Rolesville and Pixels?
So I moved here in 2012. I actually lived in Wake Forest, so I was familiar with Rolesville, looking at houses and stuff like that. Then when I decided to do this business 2 years ago, I knew the plan the town was doing and how they were putting money and investing money into the infrastructure, into making a cooler downtown area.
Right.
So I figured this is the perfect time to do it. I love this area. This area is growing so much. So I wanted to have a bar where it was at a place in the beginning. People were coming in here and saying, wow, I can't believe this place is in Roseville. So we wanted to build something that was unique, something fun for families and something a little different, and we're enjoying it.
So are you already getting customers from the people that's living in apartments above?
Yeah, so we have a couple of regulars already. As soon as they start filling up, that would be our normal business during the week. But as the apartments, the people keep renting and stuff like that, we'll get that business as well. And then just the business from Roseville and the neighboring towns. So.
Well, tell us a little bit. I know you got air hockey right there. What is what is the most popular machines in here?
So the most popular ones are claw machines because the kids love to get their little stuffed animals, the pinballs, and then the air hockeys.
So air hockey is very popular.
Yeah, it's very competitive with fathers and sons and moms and sons where they just want to go at it at each other. So
yeah, I thought maybe the motorcycles and basketball and stuff.
They all love it. Like I said, we haven't had to complain about games or anything. Everyone's finding something they enjoy.
Right.
It's fun seeing people my age. They came in, they love these games because this is from stuff when we were kids. So we try to get something for everybody. That's what we went with.
So what ages have you seen in here? I know you got some younger, as I see playing hockey now. But what's the oldest? Do you see middle age?
Oh yeah, we have people come in almost every night after 8 o'clock, play pinballs. That's their favorite thing to do. Or they'll go back in the back room where there's like 80s games and they'll play Donkey Kong or Miss Pac-Man, and they love playing their old school games. So
just come here and have fun.
They just come here and have fun.
Now what is your hours again? When do you open up?
So Monday through Thursday we're open from 5 to 11. Today, Friday, we're open from 4 to 12. Saturday's noon to midnight, and then from Sunday it's noon to 11.
Okay,
so
that's very good.
Yeah.
So is people watching, anything you want to tell them about your place?
No, it's just a great place for you guys to come in, have fun. We have a great food. We've gotten so much rave reviews about our food here.
Right.
So it's something a little different, but people enjoy it. And this is a family-owned business. This is not a franchise or anything like that. It's a small business, a true small business. My mom's here every day working and cooking and stuff like that. So we just wanted to be successful for not only us, but for the town as well.
Yeah, I think I heard a rumor that your favorite is, what is it? Cuban?
The Cuban empanadas is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, that has roast pork, just like a Cuban. It has pork and ham and cheese and wrapped up in a dough and it's fried up and it's awesome.
Sounds really good. I have to try it. What's the most popular sandwich? What people get most?
I think the most popular thing that we're selling here is our smash sliders, which are like 3 little cheeseburgers with bacon and pickles, and then our wings. Everyone loves our wings here, so.
Yeah, I think I've seen like cheese sticks and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so we have mozzarella fries, our loaded tots, which are pretty much like loaded nachos, but just with tater tots. So.
Right. Well, thank you for inviting me tonight.
Of course, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
And I really think the business it looks like it's going to do really good.
I hope so.
Enjoyed having you in Rolesville. Thank you for coming to Rolesville.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a real fun place to go, and also if you like to eat, they got like some food to eat and also some drinks and things. So when you get a chance, drop by. I'm sure you enjoy it. Okay, so we really had fun at Pixels, and now we're going to talk to some people about what's coming at Pine Glo. Pine Glo is a old building that actually is going to be torn down, and a new facility is going there, and it's going to be several vendors there, and we're going to get to meet all those. So just stay tuned, and here we go. Hey Robert, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking.
How long have we known each other?
Long time.
I know.
You've been harassing me for many, many years.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me bring money to Rolesville.
And you finally want to do that, right?
It's amazing how you convinced me. It took maybe 5 years.
It's something like that. So you got a couple projects going on, I think, but it's the one in particular I want to talk to you about is one on Main Street,
Right.
which is in the old Pine Glo building,
It
if
is.
you recall.
I do.
Now, what made you decide to buy the Pine Glo building?
That's a great question. It's been a minute. We purchased it back in 22. I think I mentioned to you that my son was playing with the junior canes back in the day. And we used to go to the hockey rinks, and my wife would try to get into the changing rooms. And the interesting odors that would come out of the changing rooms and some of the things going on in the arenas and the sports complexes were not to the standard and expectations that my wife necessarily thought was reasonable. And so I started thinking through it and realized, you know, the youth sports in the Raleigh market is aggressive and so much demand, we don't have enough facilities, nor do we have enough coaches, trainers, and developers. And when I realized the building came up for sale, I thought that would be a great place to build our very first all-around sports complex that accommodated families, kids, but also had a higher-end feel with better quality food, better finishes, and good odors in all changing rooms that everybody would enjoy.
Right. And the Pine Glo building, I think, I had some documentation. I think it was built back in the 50s, I think. And you may have a better date than I do on that.
I thought it was 1970, but you might be
There
right.
may be an addition to it or something.
Oh, you-
but I think
you're right.
I think it dates
That might have
back.
been the addition.
Yeah, I think it dates back early to maybe the late 50s or something, or early
It's
60s.
been there a long time.
But you was planning to use that building, right? So what happened? What the original plans, you were going to use the building?
We were repurposing the building, and to be, you know, thinking back on it, the original building or the additional buildings totaled 41,000 square feet. And as soon as I started talking about the plan and what I wanted to do on the site, the demand for additional tenants to come in and really support the community and youth and training and development exploded on me. And so I tried to identify, can we go up as opposed to out? And at the end of the day, we had such large demand that the decision was ultimately made to tear the building down and rebuild new. The other thing that I'll say that not everybody gets to experience as a developer, sometimes when you peel the onion back,
Right.
expenses can change not by $1, but hundreds of thousands of dollars. And considering the scope and scale of the building, I wanted to make sure there were no surprises in the build process. But at the end of the day, a brand new building, in my mind, suits the direction of where Rolesville is going and all the new development that's happening in the town.
So do you have a name so far? Did you want to share?
That is a very, very loaded question, and I know that's why you're smiling. We've tossed around a lot of things. You know, Lisa Kane originally threw the optimal glow idea at me,
Right.
and that's been hovering. We haven't quite finalized where we're going to land, but I'm open to suggestions. Maybe I need to throw it out to the general population and give a prize for the best name or
You
something.
could.
Maybe
You
that's
could.
something I need to consider.
You could. So describe the facility. What do you expect you're going to have there now? What's your latest plans? I know it's changed a few times. So what's your latest plans?
Yeah, so we have Rock Solid Warrior coming in. That's Ken Auer, who is basically one of the best parkour trainers in the nation. Takes what he does extremely serious, has a huge following, does a lot of track out programs on top of what he does for his students. And I'm excited to have him on the team.
Yeah, so the show American Ninja Warrior, which has been on for, I don't know, 15, 16 seasons now, inspired a sport that's totally independent of the reality TV show. The guys who finish on top of the show are all people that our kids compete with. You know, my son's one of the top 20-some people in the country right now ranked. I've actually got 4 of my coaches that made it to the pro finals. So what you see on TV is cool in Hollywood, but what we do on a daily basis is train folks to do that from 4-year-olds all the way up to, we actually got a 73-year-old
Wow.
lady who comes and competes regularly.
Wow.
I'm in the Masters division at 62 myself, so we go everything from kids to whatever. But we have lots of obstacles. You know, rock climbers have the grip strength that can help with a lot of what they do. parkour people, have the agility. It does a lot of what we do, but we actually do all of that plus a lot more stuff.
So how did you get started in that?
So my son started seeing the show. My oldest son turned my youngest son into it, and he decided, he's kind of a little bit OCD, he decided I'm going to be the next American Ninja Warrior. At the age of 10 or 11, started doing pull-ups, sit-ups, getting ready for the day when he was going to get his big break. And folks in Morrisville opened up Warrior Tech. My oldest son had worked with some of the guys there in a different gym. There was a general personal training gym. And from there, they said they went and tried it out. And next thing you know, my sons were winning competitions and made it to the national finals. And we said, man, it's long distance from where we lived in Holly Springs to get to Morrisville. Wouldn't it be great to have something down here? And then we just started talking, and things opened up. And because of our connect, we got involved in the sport early on. We found out, the pioneers who started the sport, some of them, they had to hang ladders from the ceiling. There was no place to get the obstacles or whatever. But we got involved in the sport as it was developing, and when we opened up our gym, we said, well, we're going to try to make some of the best gyms in the country, and we've accomplished that.
That's good. So you started in Holly Springs, is that what you said?
Starting in Fuquay first.
Fuquay?
Fuquay was our first location. We just expanded that recently, so it's over 12,000 square feet of obstacles. And we have the facility in Apex, which we opened up in 2022. Which is known as probably one of the top 3 gyms in the country. We're actually hosting the pro finals again this year in a couple of weeks. And we're so excited to come up here to Rolesville. When Robert contacted me and said, man, Rolesville's a growing area, and there's more room for ninja sport all over the place. Our goal is to eventually have something within 20 minutes of anybody who lives in a populated area. And there was a perfect hole up here. We've got the year-round schools for day camps. Steve mentioned earlier the day camps. We do a lot of day camps, and that actually enables us to do things that other ninja gyms around the country can't do. By having the year-round day camps, we can draw in people during the day and in the afternoons and evenings. So that's really made it a huge difference for us.
Yeah. So the facility is got other things in it for sure. So how much space are you going to have, and how does that compare to your other facilities, say in Fuquay and stuff?
Yeah, it's going to be around 12,000 square feet. So it's all in the same ballpark. Yeah, in fact, we don't want to have a smaller gym. There are some smaller gyms around the country in less populated areas, or maybe more expensive areas.
Mm-hmm.
California is hard to find one of those because the real estate is so high there. But we've got one of the larger gyms in the country, and we're so excited about coming up here to the northeast side of the county.
So I think you mentioned about an event being hosted in one of the other gyms you have. Do you anticipate hosting events here?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So we try to have some kind of event about once a month in at least one of our facilities. I think this next few months we have about 4 or 5 going on in the next 3 months. We do very beginner competitions for people who've never done it before, all the way to the best pros. So the pros are coming to Apex this summer, and not this summer, this month. And we don't know. They kind of rotate where they host the finals, like Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
They pick some highly attractive facilities and people with great course designers, which we have. And we've got to host. This is the second time we've gotten to host in the 4 years of the pros. Yeah.
So I never realized the pro piece. So I guess pros, it means they're making money. That's their.
Yeah, not enough yet. Working on that. With American Ninja Warrior, they offer the $1 million prize for the person who wins, if they win. And unfortunately, the rest of the guys who go there don't make any money. And so the pros are just starting that. We're looking forward to trying to get that. The Ninja Sport Network is now like live streaming that they're trying to get onto one of the other stations, other channels, so it'll get more popular. They're moving it into, there's a version of, we have multiple different kinds of events, but there's versions that are going to be in the Olympics in 2028 as part of the pentathlon. That just got announced a year or so ago. So the sport is getting more popular. Obviously, when it gets onto the Olympics, that's going to make more people aware of it. Right now, a lot of people they're not aware. They're thinking, oh yeah, we know about rock climbing, we've heard about parkour, and they see the show, but the show, again, they're Hollywood, right? Talking
Right.
about the reality TV show. It's kind of funny, we see them. They'll have somebody we've been competing with for 6 or 7 years get on the show. Oh, this guy's having a great year for a rookie. It's like, rookie, he's been doing it for 7 years.
Yeah.
And now the kids, just like basketball is getting tougher and tougher, the obstacles that they did on season 1 of American Ninja Warrior are like child's play. We've got 9-year-olds doing the same things that those guys did season 1 of American Ninja Warrior. And it used to be that the show would show some cool obstacle and the gyms would copy it. Now the gyms are making the cool obstacles and the show's copying it. So the sport, as I said, has a life of its own. Not quite as much sponsorship as we might get for, one of the bigger sports, NHL or whoever, but it's starting to get a lot more notoriety.
We have Steve Starrett coming in, who's with WCBS, and he is very, very well known in the Raleigh markets for training and developing kids in the basketball space. And his demand has exploded. He's looking for his own space. He's been kind of bouncing around because there's a massive demand for basketball and basketball courts in the Raleigh market.
About 2005, we started Wake County Basketball Association, so it's been going about 20 years. It's grown tremendously. We're over 600 kids play in our league, and our biggest problem is finding gym space. So super excited. Robert and I have been talking about this for a couple of years. We've been trying to build our own space for quite a while now because our growth is simply limited. We can't get gym space. So now we're going to have additional gym space up here and grow in this area that's exploding. So that's going to be we're super excited about it.
So where do you play? Where do your kids play at today?
So we're at the Dream Center off Fox Road, West Millbrook Middle School, East Millbrook, St. Timothy's, Fletcher Academy. We're scattered at gyms
Anywhere
all
you
over.
can get, huh?
Exactly. And it's a year-round program. Each session depends on how many kids we have and how many gym spaces we need. And honestly, we end up turning away kids because I cap out at a certain number per court that I can get to. So we have a drop dead number, and it's I have to turn away kids constantly. So
what's the age groups?
first grade through high school seniors.
First grade through high school.
So we do rec league, we do travel AAU type, and then we do a lot of personal training and development for kids as well.
So it's a high level of competition in your league?
Our rec league is considered a very competitive rec league, and as compared to some of the others that are more beginners. Ours is a little more competitive, and then our travel teams are very competitive. They go all over the country playing in tournaments and things.
So will this be your only facility, or are you still going to be playing around the county at other places?
This will not be the only one. We'll still keep something in Raleigh. Just I find that you got to build it within a certain driving range of families so they're not traveling all across. So I don't think I'll have kids from Cary coming over here. We'll be tracking the Wake Forest Heritage Rolesville area.
Right. So so you didn't have a facility in this area then, is
No,
that?
we just been renting from schools and churches.
Good. So so how many courts will be there?
Two full courts, 50 by 80. So we'll be able to put in a lot of kids through that program.
And I think I saw some of Robert's drawings and stuff. There will be even space for spectators. Is that true?
Oh yeah. We have a lot of families, come to the games on weekends and whatnot, and we expect to do a lot of tournaments on the weekends in the facility. So we should be bringing, especially in the spring and summertime, there'll be a lot of families coming to the facility for tournaments and things.
So in Robert's basketball space in his facility there, is that exclusive to you?
Yes.
So you
Better be.
You have it exclusive, and I guess a lot of your locations that's not the case.
No, not at all. Yeah.
It's shared.
Yeah, shared, and we get kicked out constantly because of a snow day or a band concert or something. So we're excited to have our own space that we can control and do whatever we want to in that space. So it's exciting for us.
That makes a big difference.
Huge. Track out, we haven't been able to do track out. We can't hardly do camps because I can't get gym space. Well, now I know I have gym space, so we'll be able to do camps and track out.
So in Robert's concept of his facility, he's got ice hockey in
Yeah.
there, He's going to have rock climbing, I
Yeah.
think, and he's talking about pickleball.
Yeah.
How does that fit together?
Oh yeah, that's the huge attraction of this. Is you can have multiple kids coming to one space doing different things. You know, I would hope some of our kids are playing hockey and going to the rock climbing and doing all the other sports. That's I think where this thing is going to be very successful, is because we'll be cross marketing to the same families.
So you sound excited.
Oh yeah, I've been working on this for over 10 years, trying to build our own gym space, and the economy is messed up, and then COVID, and so yeah, we've been trying bite at the bit to do this for years.
So I'm Nick Griffin. Thank you for having me. I grew up playing hockey all my life in Michigan, and ended up playing for the Michigan State ACHA team, and graduated with an engineering degree. I went and worked in the corporate world for almost 20 years and started investing in Puck Masters around the start of COVID. And one day I woke up and said, I want to retire early and go help grow the game of hockey at Puck Masters, and talk to my family about that. And that's exactly what I ended up doing. Puck Masters specifically began in Detroit about 15 years ago in 2009. And we provide the opportunity for every player to train like a pro. And our coaches are there to build confidence and habits that go beyond the rink. And we really instill that into every athlete that we coach. Because at the end of the day, most of us aren't going to make the professional leagues, but it's the habits and the confidence that we build through sports, really, that make us successful in our later life. We value, unity, tenacity, character, community, working hard, and having fun. And that fun part is a key piece, because if they're not having fun, then they don't want to train with us. And we really try to make sure that we capture all those elements with all the athletes that we train.
Okay, the facility there, Puck Masters, your title is hockey training. Do you do events too, or is events part of what going to take place there, a different organization, or do you hold events as well as training?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, we have a unique program. So first, we train around a specific model that we developed, and that includes 4 main areas. So we focus on mechanics, which includes, using a skating treadmill, ensuring that the skating stride is just right. Shooting, we have shooting lanes with key performance indicators that really can show how well we're shooting. And then we have strength and conditioning, which is we have a commercial gym, just training players to be better athletes. And then we have a cognitive room, which is kind of like a classroom and really training the mind, because that's a very key piece in any venue, ensuring that you've got the right mindset. And specifically with hockey, it's all about reading and reacting, because the game moves so fast. How fast can I process the information and get the result that I want? And then lastly, on ice training. So we do have real ice, which makes us unique. And going more specifically to your question, we do private training, group training, and then we also do gameplay. So we do 3v3s, 4v4s, and tournament teams. And then inclusive with group training is also we do a lot of team training. So really focusing on skill development. And again, that fun aspect comes out through some of the events that we do with the gameplay, 3v3s, 4v4s, which is a ton of fun, where the kids don't have to think too much on the ice and can be really creative.
Cool. Now, will there be open ice times, or your company will have the whole facility and pretty much be using it at the time? But will it be open time where people can just pay to have open ice or anything like that?
Absolutely. So, one of the things I'm looking forward to most, and our ultimate goal, is to grow the game of hockey, and grow the game of hockey with people that don't know the sport otherwise. When you look across the U.S., the hockey world is relatively small, and we're looking to grow that. So yes, we go from learn to skate to learn to play, learn to train, all the way up through the professionals. And obviously we've got to start on the basics, learn to skate. So we welcome the people of Rolesville to come in and have open skating sessions and learn with our coaches how to skate. It's a ton of fun.
That's good. Overall, Puck Masters and your involvement in it, um, it, I guess it's a dual question. Is this new to Wake County, or do you have other places in Wake County? And how did you choose Rolesville from all the places in Wake County to choose?
Yeah. So we began in Detroit, Michigan, and we knew we had a great product there. And we were ready to expand with the model that we developed. We created a unique and state-of-the-art playbook, and we're ready to share that and grow that across the country. Again, trying to grow the game of hockey. When you look across the US, there's 560,000 registered hockey players. It took a massive dip after COVID, and it now just surpassed pre-COVID levels. When we looked across opportunistic areas, Rolesville stood out to us because that area, relative to the US, it's growing with the interest of hockey. So it's 12% higher interest than pre-COVID levels, which is it's out competing the US market. So it's growing, and we knew ice and training were underserved. There's just not a lot of ice in that area. And as I mentioned, the hockey world's relatively small. So we had written a business plan. That business plan made its way to Robert, and we instantly connected on this project.
I'm Paul Idle, and I'm with Main Street Design Builders. And we have built these type of facilities in multiple states over the years. And what is so cool about this particular project is I live on Averitt Road. My business partner lives on Flat Rock Church Road. We are Franklin County and Wake County residents, and literally less than 5 minutes from the site. So we're putting back into the local economy. We're excited about Roseville. I mean, all you got to do is walk downtown, because you can't drive because so much construction right now, which is awesome, to see what's coming in Roseville. It is up and coming. And to have this opportunity to build with Robert, I've known Robert for over 15 years, done multiple projects with him. And what he says comes to fruition. It comes through, and we just are glad to be a part of the team.
Well, as you showed us at the town hall, I guess that was 3 or 4 months ago, maybe.
Yes,
It's a very exciting project, and as I've seen today, it's a lot of exciting people involved in it. It's more than just you and Robert; it's others now that's opening up businesses there. Great job. I think the building design, where you kind of participated in that.
Participated. Not the lead architect. Jim Shearer with Design Development is the lead architect on the project. But I've done so many projects with Jim Shearer in the sports sector that we all work very good together. Good news, we were able to order our steel for the entire building last week before the hike in the steel prices. And we're buying American steel. So all of that is good for our economy.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good to hear, because I know Robert is concerned with interest rates and some things that could change. I'm hoping it don't. I'm hoping the economy is going to go the other way, where we're going to see a lot of building going on and stuff. But very excited for you building. And I guess from your perspective, technical standpoint, just about all the obstacles is taken care of, and you guys are pretty much ready. He says he's tearing the building down next week. So
yeah, we have the contractors on board who are supposed to show up after the groundbreaking and start doing everything we have to do per Wake County before we can take the building down. So they should start to see some changes. You go into the McDonald's and look across the street, and you'll say, hey, they're getting ready to do something. And that should be this month. We should see big changes.
We have, there's 11,000 square feet available today. I have 7 different tenants that want to be in the space. I would love to have pickleball in the building. I have recently taken up the sport, and it's a great sport for all ages. So I am talking with groups that are interested to come in on the pickleball side.
So it'd be a couple courts? Is that
It would
what?
be 8 courts.
Be 8 courts?
It's 11,000 square feet available. And the plan right now is 8 courts, depending on what else they do in the space.
Okay. So would you describe this as a training facility or event center type thing?
Well, we do have a restaurant coming in as well, as you know, 7,500 square feet on the first and second story. The initial plan was retail, if you can believe it. It's turned into, I guess, a quasi-sports complex with a social restaurant component to it, where we want to feed the kids as they're learning and training and developing. And as you know, a lot of these sports groups have games in the morning and then games in the afternoon. So keeping them fed and in the space and safe and sound was really the idea behind the restaurant piece. But I would consider it, it's really, not only is it turned into a sports training and development facility for youth, we are going to have old timers skating on the ice. I'll probably be in there with friends and family as well. But not only has it gotten very strong interest in the Rolesville market, the plan is to expand the building across the U.S. with some very exciting stuff coming behind it. We are deficient in our sports complexes from a quality perspective and everything that we've talked about. And so there's some very unique opportunities and some very large organizations I'm talking to that want to bring this nationwide.
So this is sort of like a new concept?
In my mind, I don't know if new is the right word, but just a higher end way and experience. For example, the hockey seats are going to have real heating lamps for when the families come in and they're not cold in the rinks. That's just a small change, but has a big impact. Because when you go to a lot of the rinks, a lot of people can't stay in the rink because it's too cold. We're planning on those touches everywhere, including the hockey changing rooms, the parkour guys, our basketball guys, all top-notch guys. They know what they're doing, they know how to develop and train, and we're just trying to elevate the experience, if you will.
So where are you at with the project, Robert? Are you close to being at breaking ground, or? And there's an old building there, and I'm understanding the old building has to go now.
And the old building is going, and as you know, Paul is here with us today with Main Street Builders. Our goal is to tear down the building by the 18th of March. If I don't do that, Paul might come at me aggressively and have words for me.
That's pretty quick.
It's really quick. That's our goal. Could it push to the 25th? I expect the building to come down in March, and I'm also told that the shell space could be up as early as June, July, or August of this year. And if that's the case, I'm going to try and get the upfit stuff done so we're actually functional and rocking and rolling with family and training and development for our youth by December or early January, February.
So thanks a lot. Excited about having you in town, and I hope to see you there really soon.
I appreciate all your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us the show today. I hope you enjoyed it. I have really enjoyed filming it and meeting with people. It's really been really exciting for me, and I hope it has for you too. So also next month we do have a show with Rolesville High School. Hope to see you next month, and we'll be going over some things there. So have a great month of March, and I'll see you soon.